610 Heraclius fleet takes Constantinople. 816 Pope Stephen Roman IV crowns Louis the Pious Holy Roman Emperor at Reims Cathedral. 869 Fourth Council of Constantinople. 8th Ecumenical Council opens. In 1143 King Alfonso Roman VII of Leon recognizes Portugal as a kingdom. In 1274 around 1,000 soldiers of the Mongol army land on the Japanese island of Tsushima in the first attack of Kublai Khan's Mongol invasion of Japan. In 1349 Paris theologian Jean de Fayt warns against the flagellants at Avignon. In 1450 Jews are expelled from Lower Bavaria by order of Louis Roman IX. In 1511 Edenechap signs anti-French Saint League. In 1550 foundation of the City of Concepcion, Chile. In 1572 Spanish army under Alvarez on Don Frederick plunders Mechelen. In 1632 Henry Casimir I is appointed Viceroy of Groningen. In 1665 the University of Kiel is founded. In 1693 Harlem People's Revolution due to food shortage. Il Teatro Comico 1750 Carlo Goldoni's comedy play Il Teatro Comico premieres in Venice. In 1762 opera Orphée et Eurydice by Christoph Willibald Gluck is first produced in Vienna in front of Empress Maria Theresa. In 1789 women of Paris marched to Versailles in the March on Versailles to confront Louis Roman XVI about his refusal to promulgate the decrees on the abolition of feudalism, demand bread, and have the king and his court moved to Paris. In 1796 Spain declares war on England. Battle of the Thames 1813 Battle of the Thames. American forces under General William Henry Harrison defeat Tecumseh's Confederacy and their British allies led by Henry Procter near Chatham, Upper Canada. In 1830 King Willem I mobilizes the Dutch army. In 1857 Mormon pioneer Captain Lotsmith and members of the Utah Militia destroy a U.S. Army supply wagon train in Wyoming during the Utah War. In 1857 the City of Anaheim is founded. In 1862 Battle of Hatchie Bridge, Tennessee, Confederate forces avoid capture by Union Army. In 1862 Federal fleet occupies Galveston, Texas. In 1863 Confederate sub David damages Union ship Ironsides. In 1864 Battle of Allatoona, Confederate troops under Major General Samuel G. French failed to dislodge a Union garrison in Bartow County, Georgia. In 1864 most of Calcutta is destroyed by a cyclone, killing approximately 60,000 people. In 1867 last day of the Julian calendar in Alaska. In 1869 a strong hurricane known as the Saxby Gale devastates the Bay of Fundy region in Maritime Canada. Incredibly, British naval officer Stephen Martin Saxby predicts the storm 10 months earlier in December 1868 through astronomy. In 1869 man-made tunnel under St. Anthony Falls, Minnesota, collapses, threatening the Minneapolis riverfront. In 1875 Palace Hotel on Market Street opens in San Francisco. Nez Perce War 1877 Chief Joseph and his people surrender to the U.S. Army, ending the Nez Perce War in the western United States. In 1892 the Dalton Gang ends in a shootout in Coffeyville, Kansas. During a bank hold-up 4 members are killed and a 5th is captured. In 1895 the first UK individual cycling time trial, organised by Frederick Thomas Bidlake, is held on a 50-mile course north of London. In 1896 William Gillette's dramatic play Secret Service premieres in New York City. First Chief Justice of Australia 1903 Samuel Griffith is appointed the first Chief Justice of Australia, and Sir Edmund Barton and Richard O'Connor are appointed as Foundation Justices. Flyer Roman 3 flies a circle 1905 Orville and Wilbur Wright make a circling flight on Flyer Roman 3 of 24.2 miles 38.9 km in 39 minutes and 23 seconds. In 1907 Canadian Interprovincial Rugby Football Union IRFA plays its first game. Montreal defeats Toronto 17-8 in Montreal. In 1908 Bulgaria declares independence from the Ottoman Empire, and Ferdinand I becomes Tsar. In 1908 Chicago White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh beats the Detroit Tigers 6-1 for his 40th victory of the MLB season, forcing the AL pennant race to the final day. In 1910, Portugal overthrows the monarchy and proclaims a republic. In 1911, Italian troops occupy Tripoli. In 1912, Boston Red Sox beat Philadelphia Athletics 3-0 for their 105th win of the MLB season, an AL record until the 1927 NY Yankees 110. In 1912, NY Highlanders play their last game at Hilltop Stadium and beat Washington 8-6. Brooklyn Dodgers play their last game at Washington Park and lose 1-0 to NY Giants. In 1914, World War I's first aerial combat results in a kill. In 1915, Allies land troops at the northern Greek city of Salonika. Greece is nominally neutral, but permits the landing. In 1915, Bulgaria enters World War I as one of the Central Powers. Ty Cobb's stealing record. 1915, Detroit Tigers speedster Ty Cobb steals his 96th base of the season in a 5-0 loss to the Cleveland Indians. It stands as an MLB record until 1962. Maury Wills, 104. In 1916, Adolf Hitler is wounded in the left thigh by an exploding shell during the Battle of the Somme. In 1919, Norwegian population agrees to prohibition. In 1921, the present Constitution of Liechtenstein comes into effect. In 1922, NY Yankees and NY Giants play out a controversial 3-3 tie in 10 innings in Game 2 of Baseball World Series at Polo Grounds, Manhattan. Nick, Giants win Series 4-0-1. In 1925, the Locarno Conference meets. Germany agrees to recognize its frontiers with France and Belgium and will apply for membership in the League of Nations. In 1925, WSMAM in Nashville, Tennessee, begins radio transmissions. In 1930, British airship crashes in storm at Beauvais, France. 48 die. Polar Balloon Expedition 1930, homecoming of the bodies of the Swedish Polar Balloon Expedition 1897, led by Salman August André E.